Bongino is leaving in January. Among the first questions answered by newly named MPD and Durham Police Chief Jeffrey Carroll was one about investigations accusing the outgoing chief of pressuring commanders to manipulate crime stats.
We know there's some concerns related to the data.
Carroll, a 2+ decade veteran of the force, says improved training on proper classification will help, so will enhanced policies, and he'd like an independent, dedicated auditing team. Mayor Muriel Bowser.
I am confident that Chief Carroll is the right leader to meet this moment.
Carroll's message to the public:
We'll keep listening, learning, and engaging the community, because public safety is strongest when it's built together.
Carroll will step in after Chief Pamela Smith steps down at the end of the year. Police Union President Greg Pemberton, in a statement, welcomes the appointment, offering praise for Carroll's work done in previously held crisis management positions. Scotland on WMAL and WMAL.com.
The Senate passed a bipartisan bill to maintain safety measures put in place following January's deadly collision over the Potomac between a plane and a Black Hawk flying dark. Senator Ted Cruz saying Monday the Rotor Act will
require precise location transmission for all aircraft operating around D.C. airspace.
This coming hours after the Senate passed the defense spending bill with the provision rolling back that requirement. Virginia Senator Tim Kaine says the Rotor Act strengthens oversight, improves coordination between the FAA and DOD, and requires comprehensive safety reviews of DCA and other busy airports. It's now heading to the House. A day after House Speaker Mike Johnson said his chamber would not vote on extending expiring Obamacare subsidies, 4 centrist Republicans signed a Democrat-led petition forcing that vote. Congresswoman Amelia Sykes says she agrees with Republican Mike Lawler, who
called the Speaker's refusal to allow a vote on extending these subsidies idiotic and political malpractice as premiums are poised to rise.
Johnson says the defection doesn't mean he's lost control of the House.
There are processes and procedures in the House that are less frequently used when there are larger majorities.
But the razor-thin majority allows the tactics to be used to get around leadership that wouldn't normally succeed. It's one thing to redevelop the old RFK site for the new Commanders Stadium, but how do you get 65,000 fans there for game day?
The district must plan for the increased demand for transportation generally and public transit specifically, resulting from the stadium redevelopment.
D.C. Councilmember Charles Allen hosting a transit roundtable for the RFK site with Metro GM Randy Clark.
Metro is fully committed to supporting our district partners and our commander partners and the neighborhoods.
Kierton Mado with the Commanders agrees.
Any plan we would propose would take full advantage of the 3 Metro lines, multiple bus routes, bike lanes, rideshare zones, and shared use trails along the Anacostia.
Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
Traffic and weather next.
CDC recommends that people age 65 and older and those with moderate or severe immunocompromise receive a second dose of COVID-19 vaccine 2 to 6 months after their last dose. Schedule at KinneyDrugs.com or walk into any Kinney pharmacy.
Ever wish buying a home was as easy as clicking your heels 3 times? At Northern Credit Union, we know there's no place like home. We offer first-time buyer programs with no closing costs, VA, USDA, seasonal, new construction, and many other loan options. If you're dreaming of home ownership, Northern will help you get into your new home in 3 clicks of your heels. Getting approved is quick and easy, and with our meet or beat rate guarantee, you know you're getting the lowest rate possible. Our team is here to help you along the yellow brick road to home ownership with honest advice, personalized service, and support every step of the way. Click your heels or just call or text, because at Northern, there's no place like home. Northern Credit Union, mortgage magic in the real world. Call or text 315-782-0155 or apply online at mynorthern.com. Federally insured, NCUA, equal housing opportunity.
Save over $200 when you book weekly stays with Vrbo this winter. If you haven't seen your college besties since, well, college, you need a week to catch up in a snowy cabin. Take a week-long vacation and save over $200. Book now at Vrbo.com.
Tu camino hacia la educación para adultos empieza con AEPP. Te ayudamos a encontrar los programas que mejor se adapten a tu rutina. Saber más en nyset.gov/adultec. Este es un mensaje del Departamento de Educación del Estado de Nueva York.
Here's Michelle Murray in the Deep Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
In Chevy Chase, you will still find the water main repair work taking place on northbound Connecticut Avenue after Dunlop Street, the 2 left lanes. That is traffic jammed from Chevy Chase Circle. Look out for accident activity right now on 270 northbound after the 270 spur. That is traffic jam from the Beltway. And more delays northbound between Shady Grove Road and Middlebrook Road and from 121 towards 70. Now in Calverton, there is an accident reported on the northbound lanes of 95 before the Intercounty Connector. That is traffic jam from 212. Now from GarageRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Cloudy and dry through tonight as temperatures fall to right around 30 degrees by tomorrow morning. Thursday, we'll see increasing cloud cover at highs near 50. Rain increases tomorrow night as temperatures stay above freezing with a few rumbles of thunder. I'm 7 meteorologist Mark Pena in the First Alert Weather Center.
Right now, 49 in Washington. I'm Heather Curtis on WMAL.
He's here. Now broadcasting from the underground command post, deep in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
Hello, America. Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. Obviously, I wasn't on the air last evening. My wife and I and other family members were invited to the White House for the Hanukkah party. I wish the whole family could have been there. They would have really loved all this, but it was packed, which kind of supports the president's point. In his building of a ballroom, he had to turn back literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who he wanted to attend. You know, folks, a lot of people say things on the internet, in podcasting, on radio, and so forth, that are simply false and dishonest. They try and create impressions. And we get this all the time, do we not? People aren't so much interested in conveying facts and truth and information. They're more interested in trying to manipulate. We get this all the time from the Marxist Islamist left and the neo-fascist right. We are constitutional conservatives. We don't deny that we press our principles, but we do it with knowledge and facts. Not to manipulate people, but to persuade people, to influence people through debate and argumentation. The other thing I notice is Saul Alinsky is alive and well in the minds and hearts and souls of the Marxist Islamists and the neo-fascist right, when they are constantly going after individuals to try and destroy them and smear them on made-up arguments. There's a lot to go over tonight, and I want to do it. We'll do the best we can, but I want you to hear some of what President Trump said. President Trump has never flinched in his support for the state of Israel. His father was a huge supporter of the Jewish community in New York. He worked with many fellow Jewish real estate titans and others. And so It's not like the Jewish community was in the reptile house at the zoo. It was part of sort of the assimilation of what takes place in New York. And Donald Trump did the same thing. And so when his daughter Ivanka married Jared Kushner, an Orthodox Jew, there are no objections. There's no shock, none of that sort of thing. The president is a very, very open-minded man. He definitely is, but he is also a man of principle. He has said some things to me in private about what he sees taking place that I will not share with you. And he says these things because he's quite shocked and disturbed by them. Again, he's never tried to camouflage who he is and what he believes. There are people who've tried to twist who he is and what he believes. People who have tried to hijack his belief systems and claim that they're responsible for him and his election and MAGA, when you and I both know they have nothing to do with what we believe and what we support. The president is very, very concerned about the anti-Semitism that's taking place in the United States and around the world. He said so last night. He's very supportive of the state of Israel, as he has demonstrated now in his second term. Even if you have some disagreements with him, and I have from time to time, there's simply no question where he stands on this issue. He is well aware of the rising tide of Islamism, and he's put policies in place to try and fight it and deal with it. And as anybody who actually meets him or deals with him, even in a crowded room, knows he's an enormously kind man. He's a great host. And so my wife and I were standing there, my mother-in-law and stepdaughter, and he calls out to me and my wife, Julie. And there's a lot of important things I want to get to today, but I want to give you a sense for what was taking place. And I'll give you an example of some of this because people have been asking me about it. Cut one, go.
We have a man, I have to take a little time. He did so well, they put him on Saturday too, Saturday night. You know who I'm talking about, because there's only one has Saturday and Sunday. And Saturday is considered Death Valley, but it's not death because of ratings. Nobody gets good ratings. Although actually my daughter-in-law is doing well, and you always did well. The great one, Mark Levin. And much more importantly, his much more brilliant wife. Where are you? There you are. Would you come on up here, both of you? Get up here. Get up here.
That's true.
Look, every Saturday, every Sunday, I'm forced to watch television to listen to this guy talk about how freaking great I am. Because he does like Trump. There's no question about it.
Yes.
Come on up here, Mark. Get up here. Come on up. What a beautiful couple. Did you get lucky? If you weren't a genius, you wouldn't have a wife like this. Mark, say a couple of words. Come in. And these people do like Israel.
Hold on. And he loves Israel too.
That's true.
2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here. And I said, this is our first Jewish president. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
That's where bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening. But
And you are the greatest president.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you. I miss you.
Take care of that guy. Take care of that guy. No, he's so great. Thank you, Mark, for both being here. You both really are amazing.
So, of course, this is posted here and there. And the Catarlsonites, the Fuentesites, in other words, the Jew hater anti-Semites, they're all over the place. They're done with Trump because Trump has demonstrated that he's Israel first, and we've had enough. And look at the Jew influence. Donald Trump is a patriotic American. I'm a patriotic American. My family's been here for 125 years, and they have fought the wars, World War I, World War II, and I really get sick and tired of this crap from these neo-Nazi, neo-fascist, Marxist pigs. And I will fight these people with my last breath. They're trying to destroy the Republican Party. They're trying to destroy MAGA. They're trying to destroy the conservative movement, and they're trying to destroy the Trump presidency. I had on Life, Liberty, and Levin on Sunday, the director of the Reagan Institute in Washington, who went through the different positions of MAGA when it comes to foreign policy, when it comes to our military, when it comes to our alliances, when it comes to the state of Israel, when it came to bombing the nuclear sites, when it comes to Taiwan. MAGA is solid conservative. And I'm telling you why. Because MAGA is the Tea Party. MAGA is the Reaganites. Without certain Reaganites who are more rhino than conservative. That's who we are. That's who we are. We're not neo-fascists. We're not neo-Nazis. We're not isolationists. We're not anti-American. We're not pro-Putin, pro-Qatar, pro-Iran. That's the enemy. The enemy. Catarlson is the enemy. Bannon is the enemy. Owens is the enemy. No Pants Gates is the enemy. They may claim they love this country. They hate it. They may claim they love the American people. They despise you. The president's the real deal. The real deal. Here he is at the reception last night. Cut 2, go.
Let me take a moment to send the love and prayers to our entire nation, to the people of Australia, and especially all those affected by the horrific and anti-Semitic terrorist attack. And that's exactly what it is, anti-Semitic. That took place on a Hanukkah celebration in Sydney. What a terrible, terrible thing. We don't learn. We're joined in mourning all of those who were killed, and we're praying for the swift recovery of the wounded. Some are very horrifically wounded, as you probably know. All nations must stand together against the evil forces of radical Islamic terrorism, and we're doing that.
I will share this with you a few weeks or maybe a month or so ago. When I was talking to the president, he said, Mark, you would not believe the level of anti-Semitism and anti-Israel believers that are out there. He is shocked by this. Cut 3, go.
As President of the United States, I will always support Jewish Americans, and I will always be a friend and a champion to the Jewish people. I have been. And I will say, if you go back 10, 12, 15 years ago at the most, the strongest lobby in Washington was the Jewish lobby. It was Israel. That's no longer true. You have to be very careful. You have a Congress in particular, which is becoming anti-Semitic. You have AOC +3. You have those people, Ilhan Omar. She hates Jewish people. And you have to be very careful because there's been a big change.
Cut 4, go.
How about October 7th? And then you have people that deny it ever happened. How about the people that deny, like they deny the Holocaust, but you figure, well, that's just many years. Well, October 7th is not many years at all. And you have people that deny October. I saw tape that I wish I never saw it, actually. I wish I never saw it. I got to see tape that some of you got to see, but as president, I got to see things I wish I never saw. But there's no denying it. But then they'll say, oh, the tape was a rigged tape. It was a tape that never existed. They made it up. It's just propaganda. I don't know if they believe it. I don't think they believe it, but you have to be very, very careful. Bad things are happening, and we're not going to let that happen. While I'm president and the DOJ and Army, we're not going to let it happen. But please be vigilant and careful, because you have some bad people that are now in Congress that were unthinkable to be in Congress 12, 13, 14 years ago, 15 years ago.
The president knows exactly what's going on. And by the way, he's a man of deep faith. He is a Christian believer. He absolutely is. A man of deep faith. And this is why he's troubled by this. But I wanted you to hear this. There's very few leaders in the world who speak like this. There's a handful of leaders in the United States who speak like this, just a handful. And I want you to understand that Donald Trump is a tremendously patriotic American, as you are in this audience, Mr. and Mrs. America. But when he sees injustice, he sees bigotry, he sees racism, he sees anti-Semitism, he addresses it. That's what we Americans do. We run to the aid of our fellow citizens, whomever they may be, and we reject the enemy within and the enemy outside that seek to come within. And we reject the haters, the bigots, the racists, the anti-Semites, the anti-Christians, who at least temporarily have microphones. Time will tell. Be right back.
Mark Levin.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Let me ask you something. How many times have you turned on the news and felt you were living in a completely different reality? You know, it's not an accident. There are forces out there rewriting the rules, censoring the facts, and gaslighting the nation. But there's good news. Their grip is slipping. That's right, and we're gaining ground. Levin TV by Blaze TV is where their schemes get exposed and the narratives are dismantled piece by piece. We dig into what they don't want you to know, and we do it without fear and without apology. Blaze TV isn't just a network. That's right. When you subscribe, you're not just signing up for a service, you're joining a movement of people who are informed and ready to take action. So go to blazetv.com/Levin, use promo code Levin, save $20 on your annual subscription. It's only 26 cents a day to help keep truth alive in America. If we don't stand up now, we may not get the chance later. Go to levintv.com/Levin. Join us today. That's levintv.com/Levin.
In Calverton on northbound 95, the off-ramp to go into the intercounty connector, that is exit 31. Watch out for the accident on that ramp, and that is causing delays from 212, so you may find restrictions on that ramp. And also, this blocks the left local lane. Also, watch for delays southbound between 212 and the Beltway. And an accident on 270 northbound after the spur block in the center lane. That is traffic jam from the Beltway. And more delays northbound between Shady Grove Road and Middlebrook Road. And delays continue from 121 towards I-70. Southbound is from 109 to the truck scales. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch and forecast.
Tonight, partly cloudy with lows around 30. Tomorrow, a chance of afternoon rain, highs around 50.
Ever wish buying a home was as easy as clicking your heels 3 times? At Northern Credit Union, we know there's no place like home. We offer first-time buyer programs with no closing costs, VA, USDA, seasonal, new construction, and many other loan options. If you're dreaming of home ownership, Northern will help you get into your new home in 3 clicks of your heels. Getting approved is quick and easy, and with our meter beat rate guarantee, you know you're getting the lowest rate possible. Our team is here to help you along the yellow brick road to home ownership with honest advice, personalized service, and support every step of the way. Click your heels or just call or text, because at Northern, there's no place like home. Northern Credit Union, mortgage magic in the real world. Call or text 315-782-0155 or apply online at mynorthern.com. Federally insured, NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
CDC recommends that people age 65 and older and those with moderate or severe immunocompromise should receive a second dose of seasonal COVID-19 vaccine 2 to 6 months after their last dose. Learn more and make an appointment at KinneyDrugs.com. Walk-ins are also welcome at all Kinney pharmacies.
The Mega Millions jackpot is getting mega huge. Head to your favorite New York Lottery retailer and grab a ticket today for your chance at a massive win. Currently over $200 million. Good luck, New York. Please play responsibly.
Too much on your list this season? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/small business. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from making payroll to making gingerbread houses, checking your books to decking the halls, spreadsheets to snow angels. Switch before the end of the year and there's no need to transfer payroll history. Now that's a reason to be merry. Choose the future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/small business.
Every day I hear from Americans who feel like they're losing their voice, frustrated that their values are being ignored or erased. If that's you, let me tell you something that you can do right now.
These
Join
fuckers
AMAC,
trying to
the
drive me off or
Association of
what?
Mature American Citizens. AMAC isn't just another group. It's a powerful community built on faith, family, and common sense. They're standing in the gap, giving millions of Americans the tools to stay informed, engaged, and prepared. Members get real, practical benefits, unbelievable discounts on insurance, travel, and retail, plus access to exclusive resources in the AMAC magazine, which is truly one of the best publications out there. And for a limited time, you can join free for 90 days, no credit card required, no strings attached. Just a chance to see what the Association of Mature American Citizens is all about for free. So go to amac.us/Levin right now. That's amac.us/LEVIN. Take the first step and make your voice matter again. That's amac.us/LEVIN.
WMAL. Making sense of your world.
I agree with you 100%.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
There's a lot of us out there
making sense of the news.
A number of wonderful people last night, too. Tremendous people. One of the people I met was Laura Loomer. I don't recall if I've ever met her or not. I'm not sure. But very impressive. You know, they mock her, they attack her, they belittle her, and so forth and so on. And it's like me. You don't always agree with me, and you may not always agree with her, but she has done fantastic work in uncovering many of these neo-fascists and their ties to Qatar and ties to Russia and so forth. And it was a pleasure to meet her and her fiance, as well as so many other rock-solid American conservatives. We'll be right back. As a consumer, you can carry the success or failure of businesses in the palm of your hand. Their success can depend on your decision to spend money with them or their competitor. Well, my friends at Pure Talk would like to say thank you from the bottom of their hearts for choosing Pure Talk for your wireless needs. Because of you, they've had a record-breaking year. Because of your generosity through their Roundup for Charity program, they've been able to donate over $500,000 to America's Warrior Partnership, who stands on the front lines of helping to prevent veteran suicide. Your patronage has allowed Pure Talk to donate 1,000 hand-sewed Made in America flags to your fellow veterans. And when you choose Pure Talk as your wireless provider, you help Pure Talk support American jobs right here in our country. Like I said, as a consumer, you have the power to make or break companies. With the money the big wireless guys throw around on advertising, you're inundated with offers everywhere you look. So from everyone in the Pure Talk family, thank you for your trust and God bless you.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 6:30. I'm Heather Curtis. A fight between two students at Wheaton High School this afternoon leads to a stabbing, according to Montgomery County Police. They were called to the Silver Spring School around 1:15. Police found one student with a minor cut on their hand. The student did not need to go to the hospital. Police say the other suspect left and nobody is in custody. The LA County Medical Examiner rules the deaths of Director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle homicides by multiple sharp force injuries. This coming hours after their son Nick made his first court appearance since being officially charged with their murders. He did not enter a plea. His attorney asked for his arraignment to be postponed until January 7th. Traffic and weather next.
Ever wish buying a home was as easy as clicking your heels 3 times? At Northern Credit Union, we know there's no place like home. We offer first-time buyer programs with no closing costs, VA, USDA, seasonal, new construction, and many other loan options. If you're dreaming of home ownership, Northern will help you get into your new home in 3 clicks of your heels. Getting approved is quick and easy, and with our meter beat rate guarantee, you know you're getting the lowest rate possible. Our team is here to help you along the yellow brick road to home ownership with honest advice, personalized service, and support every step of the way. Click your heels or just call or text, because at Northern, there's no place like home. Northern Credit Union, mortgage magic in the real world. Call or text 315-782-0155 or apply online at mynorthern.com. Federally insured, NCUA, equal housing opportunity.
Here's Michelle Murray in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
In Calverton on northbound 95, the off-ramp to go onto the Intercounty Connector, that is exit 31. Watch out for the accident on that ramp, and that is causing delays from 212, so you may find restrictions on that ramp. And also, this blocks the left local lane. Also, watch for delays southbound between 212 and the Beltway. And an accident on 270 northbound after the spur blocking the center lane. That is traffic jam from the Beltway. And more delays northbound between Shady Grove Road and Middlebrook Road. And delays continue from 121 towards I-70. Southbound is so from 109 to the truck scales. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch and forecast.
Tonight, partly cloudy with lows around 30. Tomorrow, a chance of afternoon rain, highs around 50. Right now, 49 in Washington. I'm Heather Curtis on WMAL.
Deck your home with Blinds.com. DIY or let us install. Free design consultation. Plus free samples and free shipping.
Hit the Blinds.com now for up to 50% off with minimum purchase plus a free professional measure. Rules and restrictions may apply.
CDC recommends that people age 65 and older and those with moderate or severe immunocompromise receive a second dose of COVID-19 vaccine 2 to 6 months after their last dose. Schedule at KinneyDrugs.com or walk into any Kinney pharmacy.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's with one of our tasty bagel sandwiches, like the steak, egg, and cheese bagel or bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, and pair it with $1.39 any size icy cold Dr. Pepper. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Peace to the planet, Charlamagne the God here. Getting real about your mental health journey means connecting with real people. Call, text, or chat 988 if you're having tough thoughts, substance use issues, stress at home or at work. They can even talk to you through worries you're having about somebody you love. 988 counselors are ready to hear from you 24/7. No cost, no judgment, no stigma. It's also private. Asking for help is the strongest thing that you can do. Just connect with 988, a message from the New York State Office of Mental Health.
Making sense of your world.
Thank you for what you do.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
You give me hope.
Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of education. Because what's happening in your kid's school matters. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Mark Levin, tough as hell.
That's why I like Mark Levin. And I'm not sure a lot of people like him. He's tough as hell. But I like him. I love him.
Call in now. 877-381-3811. You know, we're learning more and more
what happened in Australia, some of the people, some of the heroes there, just horrendous what took place there. The tie-wearing Australian cop, New York Post, believed to have single-handedly taken down the Bondi Beach terrorists with a once-in-a-lifetime shot. He's identified as a local detective who joined the force because he hates crime. Now, Detective Senior Constable Cesar Cesc Barraza has been hailed a hero after he was filmed hiding behind a tree and then opening fire on the two rifle-toting suspects from 130 feet away during Sunday's massacre. Barraza, who was wearing a standard detective's uniform of a shirt and a tie, was only armed with a handgun, a pistol, at the time. His shots are believed to have killed 50-year-old killer Sajid Akram, and then injured his 24-year-old son, Naveed Akram, just moments later. Barraza, who joined the force 16 years ago, was previously featured on the Australian reality TV show Recruits, a series that follows young officers starting their careers. The police veteran's aim has widely been described by law enforcement as the shot of a lifetime, the Daily Telegraph reported. I mean, a pistol at 130, that's pretty far. Sources added that even the force's best shooters would have struggled to hit a target from such a distance. The second shot has astounded firearm experts. They actually can't believe it, one source told the outlet. Police are still examining ballistics to confirm that Barraza's bullets were the ones to take down the terrorists. The two suspects slaughtered 15 people, all Jews, celebrating Hanukkah at the famed beach. David Haram, the surviving suspect, charged 59 offenses, including 15 charges of murder. He's awakened from coma in Sydney. One count of murder for each fatality, one count of committing a terrorist act. Police said Akram's car, which was found at the crime scene, contained improvised explosive devices and homemade ISIS flags. And by the way, he got his gun license renewed despite the fact that he was on a list, despite the fact that they knew he might be a big problem. So that's not a matter of gun control. That's a matter of bureaucratic incompetence, isn't it? And so now they want to tighten the gun laws. Really? Really? It's too bad citizens weren't armed so they had a fighting chance. That's the problem. It's a big problem. There are other heroes, a teenager who threw himself on top of a young child who was murdered. He was murdered. One of the individuals who was seriously wounded was a young gentleman who is training to be a rabbi, who my wife and I, my mother-in-law, met at a Shabbat dinner about a year ago. 4 of these young men were at our rabbi's home, and we got to meet them. In my case, the belong of the shofar, I had to stay home most of the time because of my injury, and they came to the front door and they blew the shofar, no doubt scaring the hell out of the neighbors. He was severely wounded. One of those young men was severely wounded. And anyway, so this is what took place. And you're not hearing a condemnation really much, are you, from the Arab world, the Palestinian world? You don't hear very much about it because this is considered an accomplishment. This is what children are told to do, almost when they come out of the birth canal.
Now, the so-called Palestinian Authority, the so-called moderate Palestinians, if you shoot in a terrorist act and kill, you're awarded with a pension. Your family is. If you're killed, they're awarded with a pension. If you're in prison, they're awarded with a pension. The more mayhem you do, the bigger the pension. And that's the Palestinian Authority. That's Abbas. So this kind of killing and slaughter is encouraged. And I want to remind you of something. It's not just against Jews. Clearly this was. And clearly that's the main target. But they're targeting the entire West, and people are finally starting to wake up to this fact. And that's why the president is now barring Palestinians from entering the United States on Palestinian Authority issued travel documents. The president understands this is a problem. Now, this group, this radical anti-Israel, pro-Palestinian group in LA, the group planned to bomb Los Angeles buildings marked with Hamas triangles, FBI reveals. They're called the Turtle Island Liberation Front. They had bomb-making stations. They had free Palestine stickers. It was all set for New Year's Eve. 4 members of this group were arrested. They were planning 5 coordinated bombings across Los Angeles, the Department of Justice announced, as you know. It involved painting Hamas triangles near their targets, and photos show free Palestine stickers gathered across bomb-making stations. Audrey, Eileen Carroll, Zachary Aaron Page, Dante Gafid, and Tina Lai, all charged by federal prosecutors with conspiracy and possession of unregistered destructive devices following their arrest. They hold significant ties to the anti-Israel movement. They're anti-capitalist, anti-government movement, centered around militant, anti-Israel rhetoric and open endorsement of violence. And they were just going to kill. The members allegedly planned to target 2 companies in their attack. While the complaint didn't name the companies, the group protested Elbit Systems, an Israeli defense company, outside its Los Angeles office. And it's named after an indigenous term for North America, has also expressed support for so-called Arab resistance, has appeared at protests displaying signs reading, "Israel is the right to go to hell." Other slogans promoted by the group include "Free Palestine" or "Scorch the Earth." The group has also called for death to ICE, death to America. I've explained this now for years, have I not? I've explained for years the overlay between all this. I've explained for years about the Marxist-Islamist fusion. I've explained for years how their goal is to destroy the West, particularly Israel and the United States. And thankfully, more and more people are repeating it as if they have brilliantly figured it out. But we've been discussing this right here for a long time. The attack laid out instructions for constructing complex pipe bombs, conducting surveillance, evading law enforcement. This was going to happen on New Year's in the LA area. Destroying evidence after the attack, it called for coordinated teams to plant backpacks with explosive devices at 5 separate locations and detonate them simultaneously at midnight, December 31, 2025. The plot explicitly cited New Year's Eve fireworks as a way to mask the sound of explosions and delay detection by authorities. At one meeting, one of the would-be terrorists, Page, asked those present whether they would be interested in receiving firearms training. Another, Carol, added that she had a contact who could obtain unregistered ARs. Claimed another member with prior military experience could help source parts. Investigators also obtained access to encrypted communications used by the group. They're very sophisticated. According to signal messages reviewed by the FBI, the conspirators used a group chat titled Order the Black Lotus, described by Carol as their space for everything radical, to coordinate logistics, assign roles. share bomb-making instructions, and plan a Mojave Desert trip to test the explosive devices. The FBI intervened as the suspects actually began assembling explosive components at their desert site, arresting all four before a functional device could be constructed. Agents recovered potassium nitrate, sulfur, charcoal powder, PVC pipes of various dimensions, gasoline, primers, fuse materials, components that FBI bomb technicians determined will be readily assembled into improvised explosive devices and Molotov cocktails. Carroll and Page discussed plans for follow-up attacks after New Year's Eve, including potential night bomb attacks targeting ICE officers and vehicles, beginning in January and February. That would take some of them out and scare the rest of them, Carroll said. That's what I keep explaining. You know, people, oh, the Jews this, the Jews. Look at these people. Jews are number one on their hate list, but everybody's on their hate list. Our entire country, the whole system, law enforcement's on their hate list. This is why they hate Christians. Christians who are evangelicals, Christians who really embrace their faith, Christians who support the Holy Land and the state of Israel. But they hate America. Gaffield, a third of the four, served as president of the Associated Students of Cerritos College, the student government at Cerritos College in Norwalk, California, a role in which he acted as an elected student body leader before his term ended earlier this year. He also served on the district committee on safety. How about that? Australian officials confirmed the Bondi Beach Hanukkah attacks were motivated by Islamic State ideology. By the way, as pointed out by the Free Beacon and Breitbart and others, California Democrats, at least up to now, have basically been silent on the radical anti-Israel group's foiled Los Angeles bomb plot. You know, they don't want to hurt their electoral base. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news. Chris Plant, weekdays 9 to noon.
Let's go to Scott. Man, I just wanted to tell you thank you for always showing up. There are people, millions of people, man, that wait for you to come on there to make them laugh. And I just wanted to tell you, I really, genuinely, I'm just one of the quiet voices out here that love you, man. And I can't thank you enough.
You are very, very kind. That is so kind, and thank you.
Making sense of your world. The Chris Plant Show, weekdays 9 to noon. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
In Calverton, there is still an accident northbound on 95 at the off-ramp to the Intercounty Connector, also affecting the local lanes, and traffic is jammed from 212. Also watch for delays southbound from 212 heading to the Beltway. In addition, there is still an accident on 270 northbound after the spur in the left lane, and traffic is jammed from the Beltway. More delays northbound from Watkinsville Road and Middlebrook Road and from 121 to the truck scales. And in Gaithersburg, there is an accident on eastbound 370 before 355, and that has traffic jammed from 270. In the district, there is still an accident on 295 southbound after South Capitol Street. Now from GarageBoyCare.com, the WMAL Stormwatch Sun forecast.
Tonight, partly cloudy, lows around 30. Tomorrow, a chance of afternoon rain, highs around 50.
Ever wish buying a home was as easy as clicking your heels 3 times? At Northern Credit Union, we know there's no place like home. We offer first-time buyer programs with no closing costs, VA, USDA, seasonal, new construction, and many other loan options. If you're dreaming of home ownership, Northern will help you get into your new home in 3 clicks of your heels. Getting approved is quick and easy, and with our meet or beat rate guarantee, you know you're getting the lowest rate possible. Our team is here to help you along the yellow brick road to home ownership with honest advice, personalized service, and support every step of the way. Click your heels, or just call or text, because at Northern, there's no place like home. Northern Credit Union, mortgage magic in the real world. Call or text 315-782-0155 or apply online at mynorthern.com. Federally insured, NCUA, equal housing opportunity.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. A stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife, and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Making sense of your world.
I can't believe this.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
And I am so with you.
Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the forecast. Because you never know what Mother Nature has in store. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
All right, welcome back. Got a lot going on. We've got a lot more to cover. The president will be speaking at 9 p.m. Eastern immediately after the end of this program. Call comes swiftly to Ukraine, and for the elderly people there like Olga can be deadly. Olga's 79 years old. She lives in a small village where she has no indoor plumbing, bathroom, or reliable heating. Her meager pension is not enough to cover food, medicine, and heat. But thanks to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, Olga received a nourishing food box, emergency lighting, and a warm blanket. This aid is a life-saving gift for someone like Olga. Now, the visit from fellowship staff reminded her she's not forgotten. Now, as another brutal winter begins, thousands of elderly folks like Olga are praying for a miracle. And you can be that miracle. You can be the blessing. Through a special matching grant from now until December 28th. Your gift today, tax deductible, to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews has twice the impact, up to the first $50,000. Don't delay, folks. To rush your gift, call 844-866-IFCJ, 844-866-IFCJ, or online at levinforthefellowship.org. That's L-E-V-I-N for thefellowship.org. You know, a man I haven't known long, but I consider him one of my best friends. Really, really one of my dearest friends. Is Sid Rosenberg, the WABC morning host, right, Mr. Producer? He was at the Hanukkah party, too, and the president called him out. Big fan of Sid's. He's a great patriot. Excuse me, he really is a great patriot. And I've gotten to know him, and we text all the time. Just a terrific guy. And after the first of the year, we're going to have him back. I will be making an announcement when we return from vacation. And working on something right now, and I think it's going to be very, very exciting. I think most of you in this audience will find it very exciting too. And I just can't announce it yet. I'm just not able to. And so, anyway, I'll leave it right there. Here we have an imam over at Breitbart, one of the great sites, from Joshua Klein. We have an imam in Miami. And we have these imams all over the country, Dearbornistan, all over New Jersey, other parts of Michigan, and of course in the Miami area, Florida, and so forth. Excuse me, Colorado. U.S. deserves divine punishment. Trump is human garbage. The foot of the dirtiest Somali is cleaner than your face. America deserves mass punishment. By the way, can I ask you folks a question? I'm quite serious. Why are these neo-fascist podcasters, why do they all but ignore this stuff? Why do they ignore this stuff? They attack quote-unquote neocons. They attack conservatives, MAGA, Trump, Jews. But have you noticed how silent they are about this? Have you? America deserves mass punishment from Allah,
but has been spared only out of honor for devout Muslims living in the U.S., according to a Florida Islamic cleric, who went on to denounce President Trump as human garbage, claims Somali's feet are cleaner than the American president's face, mocks Secretary of State Marco Rubio as gay, and declaring that the mere prospect of a caliphate gives him nightmares. Did this during a sermon, North Miami Islamic Center. It's preacher Dr. Fadi Youssef Kablawi. I believe the system in this country has committed so much injustice in the world. Then why are you here? Why don't you take your ass and get the hell out and go back where you came from? Seriously. I'm sick of people who come into my country, come into our country with their hate, with their vile, violent ideology. Come into my country, come into our country, refuse to assimilate, trash everything that's been built here over 250 years that men and women have fought for. Come in here, say they hate the country, we're unequal, we're unjust, then get the hell out of here. I've had it up to here. And I'm sick and tired of people in this country who defend this or ignore it. I'm sick of it. Don't tell me Allah's going to punish us. Greatest country on the face of the earth. I am sick of it. I am sick of the neo-fascists who attack our country, attack our president, attack me. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the Marxist Islamists who are trying to secrete themselves into our electoral system, take over the Democrat Party. I'm sick of them too. I'll be right back.
CDC recommends that people age 65 and older and those with moderate or severe immunocompromise receive a second dose of COVID-19 vaccine 2 to 6 months after their last dose. Schedule at KinneyDrugs.com or walk into any Kinney pharmacy.
Ever wish buying a home was as easy as clicking your heels 3 times? At Northern Credit Union, we know there's no place like home. We offer first-time buyer programs with no closing costs, VA, USDA, seasonal, new construction, and many other loan options. If you're dreaming of home ownership, Northern will help you get into your new home in 3 clicks of your heels. Getting approved is quick and easy, and with our meet or beat rate guarantee, you know you're getting the lowest rate possible. Our team is here to help you along the yellow brick road to home ownership with honest advice, personalized service, and support every step of the way. Click your heels or just call or text, because at Northern, there's no place like home. Northern Credit Union, mortgage magic in the real world. Call or text 315-782-0155 or apply online at mynorthern.com. Federally insured, NCUA, equal housing opportunity.
Thinking about continuing your education? Start with AEPP. We make it easy to find adult education programs that fit your life. Whether it's preparing for your GED, building your reading and writing skills, or discovering apprenticeship opportunities, our programs are always expanding to make sure you receive the personalized support, flexibility, and options that work for you and your future. Learn more today at nysep.gov/adulted. A message from the New York State Education Department.
Hey, turn my camera on for this. I'm going to do this. Gotti, I hope you're listening. All right. Right, I see a CB's chat with the fucking music going on and fucking, praising God. All I can think of is the songs they made up in them fucking schools for Barack Obama, indoctrinating the fucking children. The fuck is the matter with you, Gotti? How about you too, Wolfie? And Andy's out there for days now and fucking weeks. Then he destroyed Billy. I'm sitting right here. Oh, fucking stupid. Why are you letting him use your name, Zenny? That's all I'm asking. He needs to stop. I only cloned Wolfie briefly just to fucking hit you guys back because you need a good swat upside the fucking head, but I can't get close enough to do it. Just to fucking smack upside the fucking head. Just, just to loosen the fucking screws when you do something like that. Andy, you're so fucking stupid. How can I be destroyed? I'm live. And smoking a joint. Had to deal with Google earlier. They removed some of my accounts and what the fuck? I had to go through a whole bunch of shit and fucking get it recovered and all that. Fucking they're verifying shit out here and then they put it back up. So for an hour or so, I wasn't able to go into YouTube. And they made me verify who I was. Where I am. Yeah. And it's not the first time they've done it. And this time was a little different. And then I've had thing up here saying there's high traffic and something about the clips. I just fucking dismiss it. I don't even want to deal with it. Mike Harris has been on fucking YouTube for I don't know how long now, right? He brags about being around the longest. Bragging about he makes videos. Well, I am the video, Mike. If Billy Hayden's such a waste of time, then Wiggins wasted the most time on me. I just asking, Zenny. There's 5 watching. No, Wiggin. I don't sit here with fucking 7 phones, okay, and watching Vegas. And then if I want to go look at somebody else's chat, I switch right here, right? So I have a phone with a wrench in my own chat. And this is my 3rd phone. I've been using 3 phones for, I can't tell you how long now. Long time. 3 phones and a laptop. And I'm not even trying. You're lucky I'm not as good at this as Rusty is. You guys would be fucked up in the head. Well, you're already fucked up in the head.
Surveyed 54% expected.
Listening to the news. This is an awful thing what happened in Australia.
Hours after a man was found fatally
Wonder where they based that at. You got Logical out here. He hates the Jews. You're a fucking idiot, Logical. Why don't you come face me, you punk motherfucker? I was around when you and that Mongongo did that shit because you live down there in the city. Acid trip. I'm fucking 6-7 hours north of Syracuse, almost into Canada. I can't just walk across the street and go visit Logical, you dumb fuck.
Or the relationship between the two.
I mean, look at how stupid you are. They're going to have your email address for posting those reviews, and they got your Google account. They know it's not me. You think you make me nervous or I'm fucking worried? You're begging for fucking attention because you never got picked for dodgeball when you were in 5th grade, 6th grade. You probably were the dodgeball. They threw you at people. Fucking punk. Tommy, can you hear me? That's who you should have been. Tommy, how can I cheer you?
Should receive a second dose of seasonal COVID-19 vaccine 2 to 6 months after their last dose. Learn more and make an
it's a love fest over there. I was gonna say, Matt, they made them singing. They were singing in grade school for Barack Obama. Right? I couldn't believe it. I was listening to that shit. Yeah, heard it on the radio. They all played it. Every single one of them. Rush Limbaugh, Hannity, Michael Savage. He's the worst Jew. You're lucky I don't tune into him, Wiggin. I might start tuning in to Michael Savage. You want a really good dose of a Jewish fuck? Michael Savage is him. Fuck you, Wiggin. You too, JC. Punk motherfuckers. Wiggin said, we need more male screamers. I got your phone number, Wiggin. Why don't you call me? I dare you. Call my number.
Northern Credit Union. Mortgage magic in the real world. Call or text 315-782-0155 or apply online at mynorthern.com. Federally insured, NCUA, equal housing opportunity.
Here's Michelle Murray in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Interloop still jammed up from 123 to the Spur. More delays towards Chevy Chase and College Park. In Landover, there was a crash on the Interloop at Medical Center Drive. That has traffic jam from Route 50. Still a crash on 270 northbound after the Spur in the left lane, and traffic is jammed up from the Beltway. And you will still find accident activity northbound on 95 in Calverton at the off-ramp to the Intercounty Connector. Watch out for lane restrictions on that ramp. In Vienna, there is a disabled vehicle on westbound 66 between the Vienna Metro and 123 in the right lane. That is traffic jam from Nutley Street. Delays continue in towards Now from
Cloudy and dry through tonight as temperatures fall to around 30 degrees. Tomorrow morning, Thursday, we'll see increase in cloud cover, highs near 50. Rain increases tomorrow night as temperatures stay above freezing with a few
No wonder you guys are mad at each other. Fighting over something they can never have. Except out here in the fucking cyberspace world. Tommy, can you see me?
Hello, America. Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. This Brown University investigation, maybe it's going a lot better than we know, but the public face of these people who are speaking to the American people in terms of their mealy-mouthed comments are just embarrassing, I think. And I mean that. Just contradictory, embarrassing. I mean, they don't know what kind of gun was used. Can't you know what kind of guns are used, Mr. Producer, by the ammo? They don't have many cameras on campus because you know that would be politically incorrect to have cameras on campus. It's just a disaster. And so again, these institutions, I'm not saying that they're responsible for this, but they let their student body down by not taking all possible precautions. I've not seen comments on television, perhaps they're there, that the professor is Jewish, that the professor taught for a period of time in Israel, that she teaches a Mideast program, among other things. Didn't see any of that. I didn't see much comment on, again, the TV part of the public commentary that one of those who was murdered, a young lady, was the, I believe, vice president of the college Republicans on the campus. I didn't see that either. Why is that? Some have said that the shooter basically announced his ideology. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. We don't know a lot. And I'm not talking about not knowing a lot that might interfere with the investigation, not knowing a lot because they don't want us to know a lot for PC purposes. There have been reports that a lot of the internet communication has been cleaned up. Did you read that, Mr. Producer? I don't know if it's true or not, but it would help if these people who are speaking would tell us if it's true or not. We're not getting that information. They'll finally get the guy, or guys, or gals, or whatever they are. But this is really bizarre to me. Over in the New York Post, F grades handed to 14 colleges an anti-Semitism report card as Jewish students forced to hide their identities. in America. Nobody should have to hide their identities. I don't care who you are or what you are. Whopping 39% of Jewish college students have had to hide their identities on campus. 62% said they've been directly blamed for Israel's military actions, according to a new report obtained by the New York Post. The civil rights group Stop Anti-Semitism. This is Kraft's group, the owner of the Patriots. They issued their 2025 report cards, grading how 90 colleges addressed the spreading hatred against Jews on campus. 14 schools flunking the exam, including 2 New York City universities. The report exposes a disturbing and undeniable reality. Anti-Semitism on American college campuses is systemic and tolerated, in many cases enabled by the very institutions tasked with protecting our American kids. Stop Anti-Semitism founder Laura Rez said in a statement, did the Biden administration do anything at all about this? They did nothing, absolutely nothing. They brought these people into our country. Those they didn't bring into our country, these professors were teaching them hate. Well, anti-Semitism is on the rise across the globe. Hamas terrorist attack against Israel on October 7th. Students at 90 colleges in America have reported feeling unsafe on their campuses, according to the report. About 58% of respondents said they have personally experienced anti-Semitism on campuses. Only 12% claiming the reported incidents were properly addressed. Did you see these people on the subway in New York coming back from a Hanukkah party? Did you see these 2 black guys beating up on this one guy, Mr. Producer? It's unbelievable. It's sickening. They're choking the guy. He didn't do anything. They tried to avoid them. They went into a car. They were following into the subway car. Did you see Crown Heights? Did you see that video, Mr. Producer? There's obviously a Jewish guy based on his clothing, stabbed by a black guy. For what? For nothing. For nothing. Now, the way I just explained it, nobody talks about it this way. What's going on? What's going on? Mark, you can't say that. I can't tell you what I see with my own 2 eyes? With my own 2 eyes? Yes, I will continue to do this as long as I can. And I will continue to do this. This is America. You know, that's what the Israels said. Please give it a... This is on our subway system, on our streets, from New York to Miami to LA. I just covered briefly New York, Miami, and LA. I just talked about imams. I just talked about what took place on the subway, on the streets. Massive terrorist attack plotted and planned for New Year's Eve in 5 different locations in California. Seems to me this is all about America. Seems to me it's all about the battle between civilization and the barbarians, is it not? The answer is yes, it is. Vivek Ramaswamy, Politico, not a favorite of mine, calls on conservatives to reject the Groypers, aka the Gropers. In a New York Times op-ed, the former Republican presidential candidate is running for governor of Ohio. I think he'd be a very good governor. He said Fuentes and his supporters have no place in the conservative movement. You won't hear that from Tucker Carlson. You won't hear it. You won't hear it from Bloated Bannon. You won't hear it from No Pants Gates. You won't hear it from Marjorie Trader Green. He urged conservatives to reject Groyper transgressions, becoming the latest Republican to weigh in on the oncoming debate in the party over anti-Semitism. You know, there's really not debate in the Republican Party. The overwhelming majority of Republicans reject this crap. And the problem is the Democrat Party has already been consumed by it. It's been devoured by it. And now they're working on the Republican Party from the neo-fascist right. These are not constitutional conservatives. These are not people who believe in Americanism. If, like Mr. Fuentes, you believe that Hitler was really effing cool, he wrote in the op-ed, if you publicly call Usha Vance a Jeet, then you have no, and I had never heard of that word, then you have no place in the conservative movement, period. Ramaswamy wrote in the New York Times, op-ed published Wednesday, referring to a derogatory ethnic slur against South Asians. Ramaswamy shared that he has been the target of racial slurs. Join the pack there, brother. And attacks on social media despite older Republicans doubting the rising prevalence, white supremacy, in right-leaning online circles. I don't think older Republicans are denying this at all. Do you, Mr. Producer? I think older Republicans are the ones calling it out. I think what we lack is certain prominent Republicans calling it out, certain prominent Republicans sitting on their mouths. These are politicians that never shut the hell up, but all of a sudden they have found their silence. Now, did you see this MIT professor, this nuclear expert? Jewish, pro-Israel, MIT professor. They murdered him in his own home. Who's they? The Israelis think the Iranians may have been behind it, and they're investigating it. It's unbelievable. MIT professor shot in his home, murdered in his home. So this is spreading. This is metastasizing. My affiliates understand this. My satellite partners understand this. Everybody connected with platforming this program understand it. We are the point of the spear. We are out front on this. It's not easy to be out front because people don't believe. Or people wonder, why aren't you talking about, the issue of the day or something like that? Because that's not what I do. That's not what I do. Vivek said it should be acceptable on the right to criticize USA to Israel or immigrant visas, but it's downright unacceptable to spew poison toward Jews, Indians, or other ethnic groups. I'm going to say this, though. If you say you have a right to disagree with the existence of the state of Israel, I don't know. You have the right to say you disagree with the existence of Rome, the papacy? Well, what kind of idiocy is that? You can disagree with the existence of the one Jewish state. That's like saying you can disagree with the existence of America, but that doesn't mean you're anti-American. Of course you are. That's crazy. And so here we are. I'll be right back.
Mark Lopin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
The Paul Steffen Home has saved hundreds of women and babies since it began its Save Babies One Mom at a Time mission. To save the baby, we must save the mom too. Please donate today. PaulSteffenHome.org. PaulSteffenHome.org.
Ever wish buying a home was as easy as clicking your heels 3 times? At Northern Credit Union, we know there's no place like home. We offer first-time buyer programs with no closing costs, VA, USDA, seasonal, new construction, and many other loan options. If you're dreaming of home ownership, Northern will help you get into your new home in 3 clicks of your heels. Getting approved is quick and easy, and with our meet or beat rate guarantee, you know you're getting the lowest rate possible. Our team is here to help you along the yellow brick road to home ownership with honest advice, personalized service, and support every step of the way. Click your heels, or just call or text, because at Northern, there's no place like home. Northern Credit Union, mortgage magic in the real world. Call or text 315-782-0155 or apply online at mynorthern.com. Federally insured, NCUA, equal housing opportunity.
The Mega Millions jackpot is getting mega huge. Head to your favorite New York Lottery retailer and grab a ticket today for your chance at a massive win. Currently over $200 million. Good luck, New York. Please play responsibly.
CDC recommends that people age 65 and older and those with moderate or severe immunocompromise should receive a second dose of seasonal COVID-19 vaccine 2 to 6 months after their last dose. Learn more and make an appointment at KinneyDrugs.com. Walk-ins are also welcome at all Kinney pharmacies.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy Truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, the used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Hi, I'm George, an economics major at Hillsdale College. Here's Hillsdale President Dr. Larry Arnn with the Constitution Minute.
The Declaration of Independence is more than a bold letter to a British king written by upstart colonists, although it very much is that. The Declaration explains the promise of America, that all men and women are born equal in their possession of natural rights, and that the proper exercise of these rights can lead to a full and deeply satisfying life. Just as the Declaration explains America's promise, the Constitution upholds that promise. Its purpose is to protect the rights of all of us, our natural rights. This establishes the possibility, not the guarantee, that we can have a good life. This is true freedom.
To learn more and get a free pocket Constitution, visit constitutionminute.com.
This Constitution Minute was furnished by Hillsdale College.
Making sense of your world.
Talk radio is where I get all of my information.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the roads. Because traffic doesn't always follow the pattern. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
It's been a long time since we've had Senator Lindsey Graham on the program. Senator, how are you, sir?
Good. Too long, my friend.
Too long.
Glad to be with you.
You've been out there, one of the great leaders defending our country against Islamism and anti-Semitism. You've been morally clear as hell about the Middle East and Hamas and Israel and so forth and so on. You see what's happened in Australia. You see what's happening in our country. What do you make of all this?
Well, I think, after 9/11, we've sort of forgotten what led to it. You try to normalize things that are not normal. The Australian Western Europe model is not working. You had a public official in Australia, a female police officer, who said she wanted to make it clear that these people belong to a terrorist organization, not a religion. No. Radical Islam is a form of Islam. The biggest victims of radical Islam are other Muslims. But radical Islam is a strain of religion that requires the people who believe to purify Islam, to destroy the Jews and kill infidels like me, a Christian. That's what they believe. They're religious Nazis. They're dedicated to a master religion for the world, like the Nazis wanted a master race. It's hard to fight an enemy if you don't define the enemy. So what you have to do is you have to hit them before they hit you. When these madrasas pop up, when the imams start preaching the hate act, have rational immigration policy. If you think gun control makes you safer in the face of radical Islam, you're a nut. So this appeasement, this political correctness is getting a lot of people killed. The Trump doctrine, they're evil. They're the enemy. We're going to hit them wherever we find them. We're going to work with our partners like Israel to stop them.
Why do you think somebody like you or Tom Cotton or Ted Cruz, you're basically traditional conservatives? You have traditional foreign policy perspectives. You're America first. You want America to have the strongest military. You want to have our strong alliances. You want to make sure our allies are secure, they support us. Why do you think you come under attack by these sort of the right and the left, these neo-fascists and these Marxist Islamists?
Well, nobody's attacked more than you, my friend. I mean, you are a Reagan guy, but you and me and Ted, for some reason, we bring out the worst in these people.
Yeah.
So what's our big sin in their eyes? We actually believe Israel is our friend and ally. Now, if you think that Israel is a liability for America, boy, you're missing a lot. If we had to replicate what Israel does for us in terms of military capability, we would dramatically increase the number of soldiers we have. We'd be spending a lot more money. The IDF is deployed in the region. They're taking out people that would kill us if they could, and Israel's doing it, and the money we give them is a great return on investment. Israel, common enemies we have together, Israel and America, common values, democracy. So the bottom line is those who really hate the Jewish state hate you. They hate me. Those on the left who feel offended by speaking truth to the power, that these people are religious fanatics, that they did not have a bad experience as children. They believe that God commands them to destroy the rest of us. They hate us because we're not politically correct. And I don't care who hates me. I care about, am I delivering for the people that I represent? And the people I represent in South Carolina believe that God blesses those who bless Israel. And people in South Carolina believe that Israel is our ally, of value to us. And those who want to destroy the Jewish state also want to kill us. That's what drives my thinking.
This is a very important point you're making, because I've never found these Islamists say, we'll stop at Israel. You say, no, we want to destroy the West. We want to kill the Christians, the Hindus, the Buddhists. It's not like, all right, just give us Israel and we're done. That's not how this works, is it, Sam?
You're so good at this. So listen to what they say. So what drives these people? What's the difference between ISIS and Al-Qaeda? I'm going to put you on the spot. What's the difference?
Nothing, maybe. I don't know.
No, there's a big difference.
Tell me.
Small but big. Okay. Al-Baghdadi created ISIS, and his beef was that Al-Qaeda was taking too long to create a worldwide caliphate where the entire world would submit to their view of Islam. That he thought bin Laden was a jihadist in name only. They want a caliphate right now, ISIS does. The Al-Qaeda guys kicked them out because they were too radical. Al-Qaeda is the friggin' Rotary Club compared to ISIS. You've got to know who you're fighting. And their agenda is to bend the world to their view of worshiping God. What did the Germans want? Literally a master race, destroying inferior races and having the Aryan race rule the world. These people want their version of Islam to dominate the entire world. They want to kill all the Jews, wipe out Christianity, purify Islam, and it's not about Israel. It's about their mandate given by God. And
Senator, if you can, stick with us just for another segment. If you have to go, I understand it, but we'd love you to stay. We'll be right back.
In Arlington, 395 northbound, stop and go from 110 to the Southwest Freeway to DC. On the GW Parkway.
All right, that was good. Appreciate it, Matt. I haven't had dinner. I'm going to go make dinner. I'm going to shut this down. We'll end this stream, and I'll be back later because I can. Thank you, Matt. Again, I appreciate it. Andy, you're a fucking idiot. Leave Zenny's name off a post at me. You need to stop.
And now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.